Hotepu, everyone. Today I'm going to review a bit more about the upcoming classes coming on April 27th, 2017 at exactly 6:26 p.m. Eastern Time of the Chakras Initiations. These classes are truly exciting because it's for the first time in modern history where the Kemetic Neteru and the Orishas of the Yoruba system are combined into one complete technology. What I have found is that these chakras, which are these storage houses of power, there are 7 basic main chakras. One for the earth element, water, air, fire, ether, and then you have the 2 guiding ones of consciousness and calm. Each of these chakras, these particularly 5 element ones, earth, water, air, fire, and ether or sound space, controls a part of your life. So for example, we have here on the screen the science or the Neteru called Geb. We don't have gods, we have sciences. And Geb is the science of the root chakra, which is your health and wealth issues. So if you're having these health, wealth problems, money problems, wellness problems, it's because there is an imbalance in your earth element. You're not grounding yourself properly in reality and in your actual physical and economic needs. So I've designed these classes as a remedy, a great healing method to help people get the luxury of life they deserve. You know, you deserve money, beautiful cars, beautiful homes, fantastic health, vibrancy, vitality. And it is your right to have these things. To do this, you have to go within yourself to strengthen your spirit, to magnetize these blessings to you. And the way you do it is first through the chakras, these batteries within you. Now, the Yoruba correlate of Geb is a god called Aganju. This is more the Santeria spelling Agaju, but it's actually pronounced Aganju with an N in there. He is the god of the earth. He's the god of volcanoes. Geb is the earth god. They are brothers. They are twins. You can't separate them. And this was a great and wonderful surprise to me during my meditations to develop this class. When I was chanting to Geb in the root chakra, Aganju appeared spontaneously. The effect was, when I invoked the words of power music of Geb and combined it in a very specific manner that I'll teach in the class, a very specific procedure, combined it with the chants of Aganju, the effects were so quick and so miraculous, it was stunning. So, what I've done here in this next screen is I'm showing to you how the Orisha and the Neteru are one and the same system. That in Kemet, the Kamau moved west and settled in various parts of Africa. They moved west, they moved south, they moved north, they moved all around to preserve the teachings, the great teachings of classical Africa. And the science of the Orisha was active in Kemet. They are the same people. And I've gone through the dictionary, the Kemetic hieroglyphic dictionary of Wallace Budge, to show you the links linguistically between the Neteru and their names and the Orisha and their names. So for example, the word Orisha, there's a word in Kemet called Arisi or Arisha. The word Arisi means a god. Orisha means a god. The word Arisi means to wake up, a granary or treasure. Well, the Orisha are about waking up to your divinity, They are a granary or treasure of spiritual gifts. The word Orisha in ancient Egyptian means ordained by the Creator, predestined or fated by the Creator. Your Orisha are basically your fate, your destiny, your life path. The god of the white cloth, called Obatala, was called in Kemet Abutata, which means the city of elephants and the lord of the cloth of Osar, whose cloth was always white. Abutata also means father of purity and of the holy cloth. Those of you who are Orisha followers know Obatala means king of the white cloth. Abutata, Obatala, you can hear the similarity. Next we have the Orisha Eshu in Yoruba. In Egyptian, there's a word of a jackal god called Ashu. Very similar, clearly very similar. Aganju was called in Egyptian Akeru, the lions of the earth. Aganju is the god of the earth. Ogun, the war god, was called in Egyptian Ubun or Obun, which means to wound, to make to flow a blow. The word Ubun also means to rise. And the war god will be the one rising to power. He makes blood to flow, and he wounds. The god Shango, the god of kingship and the sun and of leadership, in Egyptian was called Shangao or Shankao. Shankao. These words mean in the Egyptian dictionary, the soldier who was destined to besiege, the bull who proclaims and gives orders. Shango is a great bull, and he's a soldier, a warrior. Oshun, the river goddess, the water goddess of love, joy, and sensuality. There's a god in Egyptian called Ashu or Oshu. It can be either pronounced Ashu or Oshu, which means in Egyptian a water spirit. Similarities. Yemonja, there's a phrase in Egyptian called Menja or Monja. The same word can be pronounced Menja, Monja. The word Menja or Monja means goddess of the breasts, safe, secure, or water jar. Yemonja is the great mother who feeds and nourishes her child with her breast. She's the queen of the oceans or waters. There's a phrase, Imi Monja. Imi Monja. You can hear Yemonja, Imi Monja, so close. Imi Monja means to eat what's within the breasts, to suckle. Oya, the great warrior Amazon queen of transformation, the afterlife, the ancestors, and of revolution, was called Wa. Oya was called in Egyptian Wa. The word Wa means to slay, to fight, to battle, to cry out. Oya is one who often wails and cries out. She's a conjuring witch in Yoruba. Oya. To curse, lieutenant. She's like Shango's lieutenant. She precedes him in his battles. The wind precedes the thunderstorms. The word Wa means an heir. Oya owns ancestors. Heritage, a tail of hair. Oya carries a whip made of bull's hair. Cobra diadem. Hurricanes are Oya's form, and they resemble raised cobras. A piece of cloth. The word Wa means a piece of cloth. Oya is the queen of the torn cloth, like the ancestors. The word Wa means to be alone. Oya is a loner, an outsider. She's on the fringe. Unique. The word Wa means unique. Oya is very different. To be different. A mummy case. Oya is the queen of the cemeteries. To remove or loneliness. She likes to be alone. The god Oshosi, the hunter god of the bow and arrow, was called in Egyptian Asho-Asi, which means to issue curses, a deity of war and the chase, hunting, yes, punishment, the testicles, very macho, very manly, to compel war. And finally, Osai, the god of roots, voodoo roots and mixtures and potions, was called in Egyptian Wa Asui or Osaui. These words wa asui or osawi mean the wood, herb, plant, and knife laboratory that can quickly destroy through fermentation. When you make roots and charms, you break the leaves and you let them sit on an altar. They're kind of fermenting or cooking in a certain way. So this is to show the connection, the ancient connection that will unite the Kemetic and Yoruba communities. And I will do this through the magic of the chakras. The Orisha work extremely powerfully if you know how to work them in the chakra system, in your 7 African powers, called the 7 chakras. Even if you're a follower of Ifa, of Orisha system, when you work with the Orisha in the way I will teach in the chakras, all of your rituals, all of your ebo, all of your adimu, all of your offerings, your oriki, your igede, your chants, everything will work much quicker, much more efficiently when you chant it from the space of your inner chakras in combination with the Neteru. My goal is to unite the African spiritual traditions, the Smatawi, the unification of the lands. I guarantee you, you've seen nothing like this class. It's very powerful, it's exciting, and it's most importantly, effective. It gets the job done. I've worked with Orisha for many years, Neteru for many years. When I combine them in this manner, I've seen things I've never seen before. The speed, the power that comes out of this is really inspirational. So we look forward to seeing you in the class, and be sure to sign up. Again, I will go up to the next screen we had before. The class has begun on April 27th, 2017. Enroll here at this link. And I have here the Geb Word of Power music available here at this link. Get the music. I wrote the music for you to use, for you to have, to make your lives work, make them easier, make them work better. Okay? We look forward to seeing you. Invite your friends to these classes. They are going to really blow your mind. Dua'u, be well, Hotepu.